to tell you a story. This story began a long, long, long time ago. Long before school started. Long before any of us were even born. Long before humans or animals or plants existed on Earth. Long before Earth. Before time and space existed. This is the story of the universe and the story of us. Our story begins when there was nothing. Take a moment and imagine nothing. How big is nothing? How dark is nothing?
Very dark.
How cold is nothing? How boring is nothing? Then, out of nothing, light was created. Anthony. Hey, now we're getting somewhere. This is better than nothing. But how did we get here? How did something suddenly come out of nothing? This, for humans, is one of the greatest mysteries. How something came out of nothing. From this one point of light comes everything we know. Scientists imagine that from this single concentrated point, smaller than a head of a pin, to be infinitely hot and infinitely dense. Dense means really full and packed closely together. It was so dense that it contained everything that is now a part of the universe. And then, Anthony, you can shut the light off now. The Big Bang.
Whoa! Yeah,
Scientists say there is no sound in space. So perhaps we should call it the Great Flaring Forth. In less than 1 second, that intense point of light exploded into a great flare with everything rushing away from everything else, expanding and going outward. And the universe has never stopped expanding. Let's consider this expanding. The universe is constantly expanding and contracting, just like our lungs. Okay, everybody sit up. And I want you to take a moment and you're going to breathe with me. Place your hand on your belly or on your chest, or on both if you want. And I want you to take a big, deep breath in. Do you feel your lungs expanding? And then breathe out and you can feel them contracting. Breathe in, expanding, breathe out, contracting. In and out, expansion and contraction. A new and powerful force began to work in the universe, gravity. As the great flare expanded, gravity began working to pull matter together into clumps. Great clouds of the universe's first elements, hydrogen and helium gases, were pulled together to form galaxies. Gravity then squeezed some of that helium and hydrogen even more tightly together, and stars were born. Bonnie. Let's see, look up at the ceiling, friends. It's so hard because it's such a bright day, but look up. So Bonnie, you've got to finagle your glitter. The stars are the stars of our story. They continually burn the first two elements, hydrogen and helium, that the universe created. As the stars burn, they expand larger and larger until gravity causes them to collapse and contract. When they contract, they burn even hotter and expand, and they continue until finally the star will explode, throwing out clouds of stardust. This is called a supernova. You can. Yeah. Scientists tell us that the dust from a supernova contained all the elements that form everything we can see. Some of this stardust forms into new stars. Some of this dust becomes planets, including the rocks on our own Earth. And some of this dust is oxygen, carbon, nitrogen, and other essential elements that make up everything, including rocks, leaves, the oceans, trees, rainbows, strawberries, elephants, bees,
Oh, it's gonna kill us all.
diamonds, dragonflies, honey, ferns. We don't need to shush, friends. We're excited. Whales, snowflakes, moths, dinosaurs, dew, fire.
Why do I see them?
Stars are the creation centers of our universe, continuously remaking, renewing, and recycling everything in it. Scientists estimate that there are as many stars in the universe as there are grains of sand in all the beaches on all the earth. One of these stars, like one grain of sand among thousands of billions of grains of sand, is our sun. And much, much, much smaller than our sun is our earth, a speck in the vast darkness.
I don't see it.
Bonnie, do you know where the earth is in that?
I see it.
I know you see it, Arthur. Arthur, can you go up there and go show the friends where this
I see
is?
it.
Nope, I'm going to ask Arthur too because I know it's really difficult to see. There is a little speck of earth. Thank you, Arthur.
that.
Everything that comes from that stardust follows a set of rules. Some of the particles are attracted to each other and join together, and others are repelled or go away from each other. Some become stars, asteroids, moons, and planets. In this very special part of the universe, in a galaxy called the Milky Way galaxy, the particles of dust combined to form a dense swirl, and this dust became a new star, our sun. Other parts of that swirl became planets, including Earth. The elements continue to combine into matter. Matter comes in 4 states: solid, liquid, gas, and plasma. Everything in the universe is one of these 4 forms. Everything in the universe that we know is either a solid, liquid, gas, or plasma. And which of these 3 forms the elements assume depends on how hot or cold it is. Our sun, this beautiful bright star, took the form of a gas. In fact, on Earth, for the first 100 million years of its life, also took the form of a ball of fiery gas. And as Earth cooled, it formed a solid crust around the outer part of its sphere. This allowed our planet to settle and cool. However, the Earth's core was still so hot that the rocks took the form of a liquid. For the next 400 million years, The Earth was bombarded by asteroids, huge rocks hurtling through space. How could our planet become the place we know it to be today with all that chaos? If you were being pelted by rocks, wouldn't you want an older sibling to step in and help you out? Well, the Earth can thank Jupiter. Once Jupiter was created, the force of gravity from this huge planet pulled in asteroids so that Jupiter took the blows from the objects that would otherwise smash into Earth. Still, Earth would not calm down. Another law that the elements in the universe follow is that if you are hot, you rise up, and if you are cold, you contract and fall. Well, the liquid rock core of our Earth had to rise up. During the 400 million years, all over the surface of the Earth, the crust was broken apart by the force of volcanoes. Finally, it was as if the great mother sun covered our young Earth with a blanket so that it would be at peace. And peace came. Clouds of dust and smoke from the volcanoes covered the Earth from the sun for many years, and the Earth cooled and settled. Water from the clouds filled the craters and the basins on its crust, forming streams, rivers, lakes, and oceans around the rocky land. The Earth has now emerged from its turbulent childhood. Our journey has brought us from the great flaring forth to the formation of the Earth. Things became more and more complex and interesting. And when we continue our story, we will witness the most interesting complexity yet to be seen in the universe, life. But that, my friends, is a story for another day.
Well, that was quick.